Hi Aquarius, happy June. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I think that this reading is positive. I think that there is change in here in lifestyle, maybe in the value of value or the value in relationships or stability, sticking with something, working hard at something. I think that freedom is extremely important to you, but I think that you may be addressing how the main words that I heard for you were discipline and direction. So those can either be painful or liberating, one of the two. It depends where you're at. You come in with the energy of the Page of Cups. Okay, now we've got the King of Cups, the Knight of Wands, which is where I think this is coming in. We've got the Tower card. Your advice in here is the Nine of Wands. What works against you is the Three of Wands, and I think that that's sticking with something. We've got the Queen of Coins in here, and we've got the Seven of Wands on the outbound. There's a lot of firepower in here, and I think there's a lot of passion in here. What I don't feel is in here on the relationship spectrum is I don't think that there is grounding. I think that there's a lot of in and outs. I think there's a lot of sensuality, yes, but I think that there's a lot of instability and a lot of short-lived relationships. Now, if that's fine with you, then I would say carry on. But if it's not, it looks like what you're looking for here is freedom, but at the same time, something concrete. You know what I mean? And I think that you're either attracting people that can't get enough of you, or it's the flip side of the coin where you're in relationships with people that aren't sticking around, or, you know, that aren't emotionally available. Now, the Page of Coins, the Page of Cups, I'm sorry, I think is the energy coming in here. But what the cards are really looking for you to do is kind of become the King of Cups, which is just a more mature version with a little bit more staying power. Because these two energies here, I think that, you know, you can, I don't think you're wanting a drop spot. I think freedom is very important to you, but in the right relationship, you can have that. And I think that what you're trying to find is that balance, because that could be what the Tower card is saying here too. The Tower card in this read for you, I feel, is the divide between wanting to do things on your own, but also wanting to do things with other people. This can also be something too in the career. I don't think there's a problem there. I think this is more about your lifestyle and what it's not affording you. I'm only going to hit this from an angle where the cards are really saying that you need to stick with some things. You need to be more disciplined and have a little bit more direction as to what you're doing. I think I just keep hearing, honestly, it's like it's time to grow up a little bit, right? I think, though, that if you're making choices where you're dating people like this, then you have to ask yourself, if you're looking for grounding, you're kind of, you're not looking in the right direction. You may be looking for people that are very charismatic and they will shake your world for sure, but they're not sticking around. You know what I mean? They're constantly on the quest for just excitement. The Page of Cups can be a friend. It can be a relationship, but it's very young energy that very, very easily can mistake sex for love. So, you know, maybe you're just attracting the wrong people and they're not stopping long enough to establish anything. This says maybe with the wands, this many wands, because you've got the 3, the 7, and the 9. those are all cards, numbers that are going to jump out in front of you and ask you to look at things. The 3 is, you know, maybe in relationships, taking it slow, getting to know someone. You know what I mean? It's also the part in relationships too where, you know, it's great. We spent the weekend together. We got to know each other. Now we need to go to work. You know what I mean? Now we need to go our separate ways. We need to do our lives. But, you know, I think that that's where the hiccup is. I think you might be attracting people that you just, you guys are looking for different things. I think you're attracting people that are very charismatic, but they're out of dodge very, very fast. And I think that you're not quite sure what to do after that. You know what I mean? So you may be, your head may be spinning, but with the Tower card, it's saying you want to reevaluate that. Those can be one-night stands too. The Tower card can absolutely be one-night stands. But again, your advice card with the 9 of Wands is that, you know, practice stability makes lasting long-term things. It's a card too that really speaks of knowing the difference between making things harder on yourself and not making things harder on yourself, and what those choices are for you. Now, what works against you is that 3 of Wands, and that's how do I say? It's patience. Again, it's that, what do I do once I hit a certain point in a relationship? I think there might be some issues in here. There might be some trust issues in here that lie dormant. And then when you're really great by yourself, but then when you get in a relationship or you're attracted to someone, I think it goes really fast. I don't think there's a pace in here that builds a foundation. You know what I mean? And I think that it's not serving you well in here. The Queen of Wands too, this can be someone who, again, it's someone who's very hardworking. She is a family person, but in here, and it can be male, female, it doesn't matter. I think what it is I think, you know, nothing is going to compromise your work. I think you know where you want to go. I think you do want, the paradox here is you want your freedom and you want to be grounded as well. But I don't think that how you're going about living your life is providing that for you in relationships. You know what I mean? I think that there's no drop spot here. So I think, again, it's like, you know, you're either attracting very immature people, or you're attracting people to you that are wanting more from you and you're just not willing to provide it. It could be one of those two things. I'm not sure which side of the fence you're on here. The Queen of Wands too, the Queen of Coins, don't misunderstand the fact that I say she's a hard worker. Yes, in the work arena, she's a very hard worker. She knows the lifestyle that she wants and she works very hard for it and she's diligent at it. So that's a great work ethic, right? But she's also someone that can offer support in exchange for companionship. That's why I'm saying there's a paradox here with someone maybe just being okay with just a date here, a date there, a drink, a dinner here. And then I don't think the people that you're engaging with are realizing this. And I think they may be more attracted to you, right? And you're packing up karma if you're not letting them know this. Or you're on the flip side and you're attracting people that just don't have staying power. One of the two. But again, your messages in here is direction and discipline. So I'm going to say here that it's making wiser choices for yourself, making choices that are not it's just time to grow up is what I feel. I hate to say that, but it's what I'm getting. It's time to just change from the, you know, the chew and screw night mentality and step up your game a little bit to have a little bit more of a stable lifestyle is what it's about here. I don't feel that career is an issue. I don't. I feel that where the problem lies here is in your relationship platforms. And there's just a strong air through here that you must be doing something pretty significant here, because the feeling that I'm getting here is about literally about to be knocked off your high horse. So I don't know if you're doing stuff. I don't have a problem, and I don't think that there's an issue with, you know, not wanting to settle down. I don't have the issue with that. I think where your issue might be coming in here is how you're doing what you're doing. I don't think you're letting the people that you're coming in contact with realize that you're not looking for anything stable. That would pack up some serious karma. But if on the flip side, you're attracting these kind of people and you're wondering and you're wanting a solid relationship, right? The message to you in here is you're in the wrong pond. You know what I mean? You're looking in the wrong places here. You're not looking, you may need to change the type of person that you're attracted to or looking for, because I think you're attracted to the bad boys, the Rico Suaves or the bad girls or whatever, but you're wanting, you know, you're wanting stability and you're about to get a tower moment is what I think. And again, I don't feel that the issue is your choice. I think I don't have a problem with, and I don't think that the universe has a problem with, you know, being single and dating people. But I think that unfortunately what's happening here is something may be occurring where you're dating married people, or you're dating people that you shouldn't be dating, or you're doing things that are somehow passing a threshold here that you're maybe it's a self-destructive habit maybe. Give me a minute. Let me look through here. The feeling I'm getting from here is that there's a drastic need for a lifestyle change in that regard. So I feel a very detached energy over here, and I feel a very constricted energy over here, but I also feel a very manipulative energy there where I feel that these are adult people, right? Acting like this. And I think the problem here with the Tower card is that it's an inappropriate way, I guess, to be doing what you're doing. So I'm not sure where you're doing this or what you're doing this or how you're doing this, but I think it's in, I think it might be just in, and again, I know I'm going to get slammed for this video, but I can't blow smoke up your ass. Whatever you're doing, you're being asked to put a little bit more restraint, discipline, and direction into your life, because I think you're either heading down a self-destructive path, you know, or you are being hurt because you are choosing people that are not wanting to be, to settle down, and you are. So I think it would be more on the receiving end of you're attracting the wrong kind of people. You're attracting people and getting attached to them before you even know who they are, and then they're out of Dodge before you realize it. That's where I think that you may reap that. But on the other end, I think that, you know, the people that are running rogue through other people's lives, if you just tell the people, maybe that'll help here. Just say, hey, look, you know what? I'm just here for a drink. I'm not looking for a proposal. You know what I mean? Something like that. Maybe just laying it out on the table would clear this, because I have a really strong feeling here that someone is about to get smacked. And I think it's just for how you do things. So maybe just make your intentions a little bit more known is all. Okay, so there you go. I'm not judge and jury. I'm just the messenger here. But I think that something might be going on here where something is not right. So there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. If you need a private reading, we can look at this. If you're the one who is per se dating people that you're just wondering, why can't I find a normal person? We can look at that. And if you're on the other end of the coin, you know what you're doing. So maybe just be a little bit more transparent with that. Okay, so there you go. I hope I helped you in some way. Again, private reading, just reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to do anything for you. Okay, thank you so much.